Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Jorge Contreras, and today we are going to talk about how to change your mind to attract motivation so that you can be successful. Take massive action. Let's go. The first thing we're going to talk about is how do you change your mindset to attract success? How do you change your beliefs? We have to restructure and exchange your current philosophies that could be limiting your personal growth and exchange them for new and better mindset philosophies. The first thing we're going to talk about is some of you might be asking yourself, well, why should I be successful? Why me? Why not you is a better question. What do you mean, why me? Why me? Why should I be successful? I'm not good enough. I don't have confidence. Nobody in my family has ever been successful. You need to get rid of that mindset, and just because your family or people that you grew up around with could not accomplish success does not mean that you cannot be successful. Let me share with you my short story of how I grew up in a challenging environment and what I did to change it so that you can do it too. I grew up in an environment where I experienced my family selling drugs since I was a little child, an alcoholic father, and family members that were in gangs. And I grew up around friends that were involved in a lot of bad and negative stuff. So what did I do to not replicate that same type of lifestyle? Well, one, I wanted to create a different lifestyle for myself. So what I began doing was searching for a different way and a different type of life. And that's when I attracted my very first mentor, Mr. Parcell. So my mentor said, Jorge, you don't have to be a product of your environment. You don't have to repeat the same patterns that you saw growing up. You can change your life and set a new and better standard for your siblings, and you, Jorge, can change the world. And I truly took that to heart, everyone. Even though I had experienced a lot of challenges growing up, it made me and molded me into a very focused, motivated, and successful individual. So the first thing you have to do is change your philosophies. Instead of saying, why me? Say, why not me? The next thing that you have to discover is your big why. Your big why is going to support you so that every time you want to quit, so that every time you want to give up, you don't. So let me give you my big why. Since I grew up without my father, he passed away when I was 12 years old from alcohol. My mother could not take care of me, so I started living with somebody else. So having the experience of growing up without my parents the majority of my life, one of my biggest motivations in life is to always be able to be there for my children when I do have kids in the future. So my vision, along with my wife, is to be able to live anywhere we want in the world, because our business will depend 100% on our phones and our laptops. We have people that we mentor all over the world, and none of our business requires us to be there in person. And so we have designed the life for us where, again, we could live anywhere we want at any time in the world, and we never have to go clock in at a 9 to 5 and trade our time for money and say, I'm sorry, darling, I can't go to your basketball game. I'm sorry, darling, I can't go to your dance performance. We will always be able to be there for our kids. Now, that is my big why. So whenever I think of, man, this is getting really challenging, maybe I should quit, maybe I should give up, I'm like, no, man. I got a big why. I got my family, my kids, my future kids, my wife. They depend on me to move forward and to thrive in life. So you have to come up with your big why. What is your big why? You have a family that you know depends on you. Do you want to accomplish more time freedom? Do you want to accomplish more financial freedom? Do you want to create passive income that you make in your sleep so that you don't have to be living paycheck to paycheck, trading your time for money? I highly recommend my YouTube video on how to start a real estate investing business for beginners. I'm going to link it in the description below, and I highly recommend it for you guys. Lastly, I want to invite you guys to check out my free ebook on passive income mastery that teaches you how to move on from a 9 to 5 and stop living paycheck to paycheck and get out of the rat race so that you can make a ton of money in your sleep. So download my free ebook, Passive Income Mastery. You are going to love it. It's absolutely free. I'm also going to link it in the description below. Last but not least, guys, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and more importantly, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. I'll see you guys next time.